This is Radio Rome, and now the news. The High Command of the German Armed Forces has issued the following communique. At the casino front, the German Tank Corps victoriously counterattacked futile attempts by the enemy to break the line of defense. The enemy is now using Negro troops and other armed colored people in their vain attempts to advance. End of communique. From neutral Stockholm and Lisbon sources, it has been learned that the Allies are becoming increasingly divided. The Americans have accused the English of starving Europe, and Churchill has been accused by British leaders of becoming a slave of Wall Street and Jewish financial interests. We inform our listeners that the curfew falls at 19 hours, and beginning tomorrow, the daily bread ration will be cut from 150 grams to 100 grams per person. Milk will be available today.
Here is where you should start feeling fear. No matter how carefully you cut the dust away, inevitably you remove some of the painting with it, destroyed by the edge of your knife. And the loss of even the most infinitesimal part of a true work of art must make you panic. So, tremble as much as you like, but when you are ready, cut decisively, sure of every stroke.
The Father General is here with the gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning, Father Antonelli.
Good morning.
Father Antonelli, There seems to have been a regrettable misunderstanding. Our friends...
May I? My dear Professor, weren't you responsible for the work on Massacre's crucifixion, which was restored here at the Institute last year?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. It was displayed last month at the Städtlich Museum in Berlin.
Oh, I didn't know.
Unfortunately, something rather disagreeable has occurred. One of our experts, one of the very best men we have in Germany, seems to be of the opinion, you understand, that it was,
Fake.
Strange.
A very good one, to be sure, but of slightly more recent vintage. The panel itself is 15th century, early 15th century, according to the experts, when Masaccio was in Florence. But chromatographic analysis of the paint has revealed that this Masaccio was painted a little less than 2 years ago. Father Antonelli, do you paint?
May I know the name of this expert?
Ziegler of Stuttgart. You know him, of course.
Only by name. One of the greatest art forgers in Europe.
Then we may safely assume that he is an authority on the subject.
My business is restoring works of art. It wouldn't be the first time I have heard of an original denounced as a forgery or a forgery taken for an original.
Let us simply say an error was made on the part of whoever sent the painting. He mistook the copy for the original.
I sent the painting. I packed it myself when I was ordered to ship it to Germany.
Then nothing will be easier than for you to prove its authenticity or not. I fervently hope so. And the people of Germany have taken Masaccio to their heart. It would be cruel to disillusion them, would it not, Father?
Of course. You will look into it immediately, will you not, Father? It was a mistake.
Yes, and every man is entitled to a mistake. One mistake.
I shall do everything possible.
The impossible too, let us hope.
The church has always thrived on doing the impossible.
You know who they are, Father, don't you?
On the 17th of March, you went to a hiding place near the Risorgimento Bridge to remove a wireless transmitter which you used for contacting the headquarters of the American Fifth Army and the partisan movement in the state of Lazio. Nothing to say?
What would you do in my place?
What would you do in mine?
I'd have you shot.
Not before I talked.
I didn't think of that. But then I'm not a policeman.
Your appointment at headquarters.
Carry on, Schutz.
Hello? Yes. Yes, Father. Father Pancrazio. Good evening, Father General.
You can be sure he wants to talk about Florentine art.
We simply cannot stand in their way. You must also realize that Colonel Kappler went to you today prepared to do his best. If he has to come back tomorrow, you can rely upon him to do his worst. They would take away everything, down to the very last painting and the very last restorer, including yourself.
Oh, I understand the situation perfectly. We sit here like sheep, watching Rome being plundered in a way that would put the Vandals to shame.
I know, my son, I know. But you are aware of the mission the Holy Father has given me. It is one of extreme delicacy. Negotiations with the Germans at the highest level for the safeguarding of all Rome. I am asking you to choose the lesser of two evils.
Are you asking me, or is this an order?
An order, Father Antonelli. An order. I thank you, my son. May Jesus Christ be praised.
May he be praised forever. What would you do? Should we barricade ourselves inside the Institute and say, come, get it if you have the courage?
If everybody were ready to resist that way, I'd say yes. The trouble is the people are exhausted and disillusioned.
Then we'll put up passive resistance.
No. I think it's about time Italians find themselves a national conscience after 20 years of dictatorship.
Kappler, good of you to come.
You sent for me, General.
The Duce's new minister for the interior, His Excellency,
Guido Buffarini Guidi.
The Duce says that he is the most hated man in Italy. Hated and feared.
And as we say in Italy, the Duce is always right.
In that event, Your Excellency, I'm glad to hear we're not the only ones the Italians hate.
Police Chief Caruso, good of you to come. Kappler, His Excellency is most unhappy because of the difficulties you have raised about the celebrations for tomorrow, the
25th anniversary of the founding of the Fascist Party.
On the contrary, I've raised no difficulties whatsoever, providing that the festivities were held behind closed doors.
Which means you have prevented the members of our new fascist Republican Party from parading through the streets of Rome.
I assure you I did nothing of the sort. I simply pointed out to the head of your party that this seemed hardly the time to provoke the citizens of Rome with a demonstration which they would find unpopular, to say the very least.
Such talk is inadmissible, Colonel.
All Colonel Kappler meant is that he doesn't consider it possible that a public demonstration in the streets of Rome could come off without incidents.
Our men will safeguard law and order.
Then who will be left to do the parading?
Would Your Excellency be kind enough to listen to a list of raids and acts of sabotage committed in the last 10 days against the German armed forces and our fascist allies?
We're all aware that there are some criminal elements.
Yes. They're ingenious, audacious, and they're well organized. And they have a strategy. We know.
What strategy?
Block our supply lines, turn Rome into hostile territory, and make us withdraw.
Communists.
Communists, socialists, anarchists, Christian Democrats, liberals, and monarchists.
Monarchists? Monarchy is dead. The king went out with the traitors.
They will not dare attack a military formation. Besides, they are divided gangs.
Colonel Dolman and I have good reason to believe the contrary. There exists a military council with representatives from every political party, with the exception of yours, of course. But we are talking about a parade, Your Excellency. There are no military formations in Rome. Rome is politically neutral.
Rome is swarming with German troops. Tanks and whole divisions pass under the Pope's window every day on their way to the front. You call that a neutral city?
I do not call it so. Our leaders do, and so does your Pope. Therefore, Rome is politically neutral.
Besides, there have been no troop movements through Rome for nearly a week.
A column of SS troops has marched past my hotel every day for the past 5 days.
Who are they, Kappler?
11th Company SS Bosun Police, sent here from the Tyrol quite recently. Local security is considered by all, including His Holiness, to be inadequate. I've therefore ordered the 11th Company to march through the center of Rome every day for psychological reasons. But that, too, will be cancelled for tomorrow. To march through the city on the day of fascism's glorious anniversary would be useless provocation.
No one would dare attack German troops.
General, I'm forced to insist. Are you in charge, or is this Colonel?
I am in charge. Commandant of Rome. And there will be no parade tomorrow. Cancelled. Finished. Celebrate whatever it is you want to celebrate, but indoors. Kappler. Sit down.
Sir.
You don't like our allies very much, do you?
You asking my opinion, sir? Politics is not strictly my field, but I would say that fascism is dead. It must disappear so that we can hold on to the last vestige of our prestige here in Italy. This means the elimination of Mussolini. And if I were ordered to do so, I would know exactly how to go about it.
You say this? You organized his rescue.
Our opinions, General, are rarely heard. More often, we do as we are told.
Yes, you will do as you are told. The fascist parade is cancelled. But our SS column continues to patrol. They are fully armed, I presume. My boys can take care of themselves. Tomorrow, they march.
Tomorrow, sir, they march.
Helena here, carrying the raincoat. Paolo, here. The rest here, here, and here. When you get the signal, Paolo, you light the fuse. Helena here, walking. You pass in the raincoat and escape here. They'll be there too, like clockwork. Paolo, remember, you have 45 seconds to round the corner. The fuse burns in 50. You'll do it in 40, walking. It's been tried out 100 times.
Fuses don't always burn the same.
We know that. Any questions?
This is Radio London.
Buonasera. This is Colonel Stevens.
Today, Mr. Hitler ordered the occupation of Hungary, another of his former allies. He would, of course, have preferred to... What has happened to Hungary today happened to Italy
Yesterday. But we are confident that Italy will soon succeed in overcoming its present difficulties. Act now, my Italian friends, to help yourselves. And the Allies will help you. Good night.
No, Dolman, you've really ruined my appetite by repeating those nightly ghost stories you hear on the BBC.
I'm not the only one. They tell me there's not a single radio silent when this Colonel Stevens is on the air.
The Romans love the way the English speak Italian.
Do not delude yourself, my friend. I speak to Himmler every morning on the telephone. Berlin is being bombed every night. The Russians move west on a 1,000-mile front. Everyone expects the Allies to invade France any day now. The Third Reich is sinking, my dear man.
We must be sure not to sink with it. Is that what you're trying to tell me, Dolman? I don't need to make long-distance telephone calls to know what's going on. I just keep my eyes open here in Rome.
And you don't like what you see.
I love Rome, Dolman. I love its light, its burnt, decadent colors, its crumbling stone. In spite of the war.
Perhaps because of the war. We're Rome's masters. We control it. For the moment.
Getting more difficult every day. Yesterday, our tribunal, our war tribunal, acquitted 3 Italians, 2 men and a woman who, a couple of weeks ago, would have been sentenced to death and executed. But those gentlemen in the Wehrmacht have also listened to the BBC. They've started reading out lists of so-called war criminals. I suppose it must be somewhat frightening to hear one's name in that context. You frightened, Tom?
My name hasn't been mentioned yet. And you, Kappler?
I'm afraid of disorder.
Non chiedo, si può morir, si può morir.
Giovanni?
Yes, of course. I'm looking for Father Pietro Antonelli, the director of the Institute of Restoration.
That's me.
From Colonel Kappler.
Excuse me.
I understand that your institute is short for materials that you use for restoration. I have managed to find a can of turpentine. They tell me it's the right quality for your work. You needn't have scruples about accepting it. It isn't plunder. If in the meantime you have managed to find the Massaker, you may give it to Captain Priepke, unless, of course, you would prefer to deliver it to me in person, which, for the sake of formality, would be the correct thing to do, apart from giving me the pleasure of seeing you.
Have a seat, please.
General Haas's headquarters. Hello? Hello? It's a connection. Repeat, please. This is SDA here. Hello? One moment, please.
That's a uniform.
We'd better go. They're waiting for us, and the Germans are never late. Here's the raincoat.
These are all the men I can spare, Caruso. But they should help you maintain order on this happy occasion.
Thank you, Colonel. You are a true friend of Italy.
We're all true friends of Italy. We Germans, the Pope, you fascists, the Allies, and the partisans. All true friends of Italy. Poor Italy.
Communists.
Italian.
Gary's name.
sorry I kept you waiting, Paolo.
Only a few minutes.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for the gift.
It's Colonel Dolman you should thank for the gift. He has great friends. We have great friends in the Gallery of Modern Art.
That's impossible.
Really? Why?
No, I didn't. I meant that the people at the gallery told me they didn't have any left.
Well, probably you didn't offer them anything in exchange. I see you have this all wrapped up, ready to be sent.
If you'd like to check.
No, there's no need. I'm extremely sorry to be depriving you of it.
I'd be extremely sorry if it were destroyed.
Half of Europe has been destroyed.
That's why. Art is the only means for real communication from one people to another, from one generation to another. Only what is beautiful can hope to save the world. Things that are beautiful, true, and good. A trinity older than that of the church.
Yeah. Would you like to sit down?
Thank you.
I saw you looking at that vase when I came in. I found it in a bomb crater after an Allied air raid.
So war now serves archaeology?
Yes. Do you think it could be Etruscan?
Perhaps. More likely it was brought in from Egypt by Phoenician sailors. There are some lines from Homer. Skilled Sidon chiselers with their craft created it. Phoenician sailors brought it over the
mist-veiled seas to display in the stalls of foreign ports.
Right.
Excellent. Very surprising that a priest reads Homer.
I read when I have time.
So do I. We have a great deal in common, Father. We both read Homer, we both follow the orders of our orders, and we both wear our uniforms honorably.
This is not a uniform, Colonel.
You're a soldier of the church, Father. Your hypothesis, I say yours, but it's shared by a great many other people, is that the normal condition of society is peace. I believe that the normal condition of society is war.
You call this slaughter normal? I call it the madness of wild animals.
And what would you do, Father, if your church were attacked by wild animals?
Defend her.
You see, Father, we are very much alike. Great religions rise and fall because of the deeds of men like you. Nations and civilizations are defended by men like me.
I'd much rather nations didn't need defending.
And I'd much prefer a religion that didn't need priests. Father, I'm sorry I have to go. It's very good of you to come along. Can I drop you anywhere?
Thanks. I prefer to walk.
Yes, I understand. It's not a good idea to be seen in the same car as me. We must be honest with each other, Father, whatever happens.
Do you know what Picasso said when France surrendered? The German generals have beaten the French generals. I am a painter. If the German painters want to take me on, I'm ready for them.
Picasso is a decadent bore. Do you think he would have won?
He would have won.
The Massacre. We'll fatten up the priests, Hitler said years ago, and they'll lead the flock.
It won't be too easy to fatten up that priest.
attacking here today.
What?
The Germans come by here.
Hey, what are you doing around here? Who are you?
What's it to you?
This is my street.
So you pick it up. I'm just passing through.
Where's Emilio?
He's sick. I'm filling in.
Sick, eh? I had lunch with him. What's inside there? Come on, tell me. Coffee? Tobacco? Cigarettes? Tell me.
You come and see me in Piazza Vittorio at 4 o'clock. I'll get you some, eh?
I'll be there. Be careful, eh? And next time, wear your badge right.
If they don't come in 15 minutes, we call it off. Pass it on.
Look, I'm waiting for someone.
Signorina.
Kappler. Right. The provocation was challenged. I think you'd better come with me.
Where?
Via a cellar near the Via Veneto. The 11th Company has apparently ceased to exist.
I don't know.
How many civilians killed?
None. There was no one in the street. Just us.
All right. Count our dead. Yeomen marched men, so they marched.
Kappler! Revenge, Kappler! Revenge for my poor boys! You see, Kappler, you see what they've done to my boys. Here are the beautiful results of your security. Here in this filthy street! Who was it? The British? American spies?
Italians.
Italians? It's impossible. I used to love the Italians, Kappler. Now I hate them! Dobry! Where's Dobry? Dobry! Mine this whole street. I'm going to blow up all these houses. I swear it.
There are people in these houses, sir.
You protect the murderers? Here, all the houses go up. The whole neighborhood. My boys. My poor boys.
Try and calm yourself, sir. It's not a question of your good name, but the good name of our country. We are the ones who've been attacked. We have the moral advantage.
None of that is important to me. Dobry, follow my orders. Up. Hands up. Up and up!
Is that what we're here for?
You are responsible for this, Kappler. You will pay for this.
Come away, sir. This must be reported to the High Command. And only you can do that. Leave Colonel Kappler in control of the situation here.
What are we to do with these people, sir?
They will all be shot!
Take them into custody. Hold them for questioning.
But the General's orders, sir.
He's upset. I will take full responsibility.
But...
Lieutenant!
Yes, sir.
I admire your discretion, Kappler. The war may end any day now, and we don't want our names on the BBC. Do we?
It is essential that I speak to Field Marshal Kesselring. You want? An inspection at the front will find him. I must speak to him at all costs. First, get me General Jodl in Berlin. Immediately!
Where's Caruso?
German headquarters, sir.
We must mobilize everybody down to the last man. We can expect anything now. In the meantime, we must notify Duce. Take this down. Today, at 2:30 p.m., a German military detachment of the SS, while proceeding up Yarazella...
Father, did you hear the blast? Seems the partisans have attacked.
Yes, I heard it.
The Germans have gone mad, swarming around town, arresting people. They say a lot of people were killed.
Go lock the front door.
We didn't want to come here, Father, but Paolo felt sick and we had to. But don't worry, as soon as it's dark, we'll go.
Hello? Yes, I am alone. What is it? It happened nearby, in Via Rasella, they say. I don't know. If I hear anything, I'll call you. May he be praised forever.
He's roaring. He is roaring. Roaring. I called Berlin. Jodl spoke to him personally. They're trying to get me Kesselring. Then get me Mackensen. General Mackensen, idiot! He wants to blow up the whole block. House by house. It's as I said. He wants 50 to 1, 50 Italians for every one of our dead.
He will reconsider. This is a political matter. Rome is not the Eastern Front. He will reconsider. Besides, this time, for a change, we are not the wild animals.
Animals? We? General Mackensen, how... Oh, you've heard? Yes? Yes, one moment. Kappler is here. How many dead?
As of now, 28.
28, but there will be more. General, I have recommended, and the Fuhrer himself... Oh, you know. Excessive, but the Fuhrer himself... Reconsider. He wants to speak with you.
Yes, General. Yes, I once discussed the matter with General Harster. We agreed that if reprisals were called for, all our male prisoners under sentence of death and those serving life terms would be considered candidates.
Yes, sir. If necessary, we would include all those accused of crimes punishable by death but not yet tried in a court. Yes, sir. They would be taken from our prisons here in Rome and executed. Very good, sir. Thank you, sir.
I hadn't finished speaking.
He hung up on me, sir.
Well, what did he say? How many to one?
He said that you would be informed when the measures to be taken had been decided on.
I don't understand you. Our men are lying in that stinking street, torn apart by Italian pigs. And you seem to want to forget about the whole affair. We didn't ask to come to this filthy place. We came to help, invited by our allies. You would see them go unpunished.
The Romans must be discouraged from illegal acts, but reprisals never stopped anyone, General. One of the chief causes of the First World War and made martyrs out of the Czechs at Lidice. Reprisals, General, punish nobody except the victims and their executioners.
So, now you give me history lessons. They will stop the Italians. They scare easily. You have another plan.
Well, let us say I have an opinion.
Hell with your opinions. You will do as I tell you.
No, sir.
What?
I will do what you are ordered to tell me to do.
Field Marshal Kesselring, General Meltzer has telephoned 4 times. He says it's urgent.
Down.
The congestion at the front is now at an end. The Americans are in a position to move north. I don't think we can hold out much more than a couple of months. We shall therefore continue to prepare our withdrawal from Rome.
Sir, General Meltzer has rung again. He says that the partisans have attacked a detachment of SS in the center of the city, and that there have been heavy losses.
I see. Thank you.
Shall I call him back?
No, call Berlin. High Command. Well, Colonel, what was your impression of what we saw at the front today?
I like the chance of playing the Americans' hand, if only for a day. I'd walk all over you with the arms and equipment they got down there.
General Yodel, sir.
Kesselring speaking. I see. Yes. What do you expect? 30 dead. I lost 400 today alone at Anzio. But Rome is the front, too. If he's going to stick to that decision, he must send me everything himself. I cannot spare one fighting man, one truck. Ask him to reconsider. Yes, that is my answer. I await yours.
In Rome, the 25th anniversary of the founding of fascism was gloriously commemorated by imposing ceremonies at the Ministry of Corporations. The event, organized by the Fascist Republican Party, has as its guest speaker the great blind poet and hero of the Albanian War, Carlo Borsani, now Under Secretary of Aviation. Borsani, recalling the historic events of March 23rd, fascism's most sacred day, said that the glorious fascist experience
Just isn't possible. Not one word.
Lies in the fact that in their misfortunes they don't despair.
I thought
in the future,
a nice bowl of hot soup.
Thank you, Dylan.
But no bread.
It doesn't matter.
There are plenty of blankets in the cupboard. If you don't need me for anything.
a cloud of ash which reportedly reaches as far east as the Adriatic coast. A Vatican spokesman has disclosed that the Holy Father is enjoying perfect health. He suffers only from the anguish brought on by the war with its privations, sorrow, and the destruction
Father,
of irreplaceable artistic.
try to understand why we did it.
I can't. I'm sorry, but I can't.
In the course of a German assault operation. At Anzio, enemy losses were reported to be much more severe than those of the German armed forces. Reports from Tokyo disclose that Japanese forces are advancing victoriously in Indian territory.
Nobody's mentioned it yet. We wait for the BBC.
I wonder what the Allies will make of it. Also our king.
This committee is operating under Allied directives. Our king thinks we ought to sit tight and wait for his return.
But you know, the Hague Convention provides for reprisals.
Listen, Andrea. A state of war exists between Italy and Germany. We attacked an enemy military formation in full battle dress, in broad daylight, or our own territory.
I'd like to know what the Germans are thinking.
If they follow the rules of the Hague Convention, they'll say that if the people responsible don't come forward, they'll execute hostages. Even 2 or 3 times the number of German soldiers killed.
They wouldn't risk it. They know Rome would explode.
Let's get one thing straight. Whatever happens, none of our men comes forward. No one.
But innocent people...
Innocent people were living in Warsaw, in Rotterdam, in London, in Leningrad. And innocent people, millions of Jews, are being exterminated in the gas chambers.
Do you seriously believe that Rome alone is immune?
Because of the Pope. I won't accept that. And neither will millions of other Italians. You say the Germans will take reprisals, shoot hostages. Let them try. We'll make the whole of Rome rise against them.
He's right.
I have children. One day I want them to be able to say, my father chose to drown in blood rather than live in shit.
I know you've been calling for hours, General Meltzer. But please try to calm yourself. I understand how you feel. Perhaps you've lost the habit of seeing blood. From now on, we must all get used to the idea that the partisans are an army too. Now listen carefully. I've spoken to Berlin several times. The matter has been thought out more carefully. Your orders have been dispatched to you by teletype. They are to be carried out accordingly.
These are not my orders, gentlemen. Not the Chief of Staff's, and not from the High Commander. What I have here, my friends, is an order from the Führer himself. The Führer has reconsidered, Kappler. Field Marshal Kesselring argued the case that the measures proposed were excessive. I think we can all be proud that the Field Marshal succeeded in making an honest and generous effort to exercise humanity. 50 to 1 is hardly the same as 10 to 1. It is the Führer's express wish that the entire operation is completed in 24 hours. The official order was dispatched at 19:10. It is now a few minutes to midnight. That means we have...
19 hours and 10 minutes, sir. May I see that teletype?
32 of our men are dead. That means 320 Italians. Kappler, you will make up the list.
This order, sir, calls for those condemned to death and those accused of serious crimes. We may not hold enough prisoners sufficient to complete the quota.
I'll leave that to you to resolve. You're the best judge. Crusoe will help you. Crusoe, you will furnish Kappler with 80 names. More if he needs them.
80? General, that's impossible. We have only a few. 10, 12. We have no way of...
All right. Make it 50. For now.
But, General, we need... Could we have an official letter for the 50 names?
Coordinate that with Kappler.
Schutz, how many men in the Via Tasso sentenced to death?
3, sir.
Who?
A communist, a spy, and a saboteur.
How many in the Regina Coeli prison?
None, sir.
Life sentences?
None, sir.
Any kind of sentence?
We have several with terms ranging from...
Several? Now, what do you mean by several?
16, sir.
16.
3 and 16. We have 3 men sentenced to death, and they want 320. It's impossible. Priebke.
Sir?
Contact the president of the military tribunal. Wake him if you have to. I want written authorization for the 3 and the 16.
Yes, sir.
I want permission in writing to include all those awaiting sentence for serious offenses. Get me General Harster in Verona. Yes. Domislav, get over to Caruso. I want the names of all those arrested in the Vera cellar today and everything that's known about them. I'll join you there after I talk to General Harster.
Harster?
Yes, he can help us. He has jurisdiction over a category I totally overlooked. All right.
Right away, Colonel.
Hello, Verona. Hello, Verona.
Yes, it will be easier to show their guilt.
General Harster's headquarters. Hello?
General Harster? Kappler here, sir. Kappler in Rome.
Yes, I heard.
Look, Kappler, what do you want me to do? The important thing is to complete the list.
If you can't reach the right figure, take Jews.
Then I have your absolute authorization, sir. Thank you. Good night, sir. Schutz. Count the Jews. I'll make it 57.
Sir. 57, sir. We have another 8 at Regina Coeli being held for other reasons. Anti-fascism and political crimes, I think.
Add them to the list.
Right, sir.
57, 65, 71, 85 plus Caruso's 50. 135, leaving us 185 to go. Yes?
I telephone, sir. We have full authorization from the president of the tribunal.
Hear that, Schutz?
But he refuses to accept responsibility for those names awaiting trial.
How can I possibly
He says
believe
we
that...
need permission from the Chief Justice. So
And?
I telephone the Chief Justice.
And?
Permission granted, sir.
Good. Good. Get in writing.
Sir.
Schutz, put these lists together.
Yes, sir.
I shall have to go through the names very carefully. First, I must get over to Domislav and Caruso's office. We shall need every name we can get. Not going to be easy, gentlemen. You realize, of course, the necessity for lightning speed and the utmost secrecy.
Well, to tell you the truth, sir, the boys would much rather get their hands on the people who really did it.
It's nothing to do with us, Priebke, but there are security aspects involved, and we must examine them with the utmost attention. Anything can happen now, and with the Americans at the gates of the city, it could be total chaos. Could be the end. Could be the end of Rome.
Don't tell me you came to see me at this hour of night, just because Kappler covets another painting.
No, Father, this time I have not come to take, but to give. I came at this hour in the hope of keeping this particular meeting secret.
I don't see how our meetings can be kept secret. The diplomatic mission the Holy Father has given me is, well, virtually public knowledge.
In any case, what I'm about to tell you will remain only between you and me. You heard what happened in Vera cellar?
Of course. I have few details.
32 German soldiers were killed. 320 Italians are to be shot in reprisal. The order has come down from very high. In my opinion, we are about to commit an error which has to be avoided. Don't misunderstand me. The fate of 320 Italians matters little to me compared to the 10 or 15 million we've already lost in this war. But we must be prudent. A German reprisal will provoke public outrage and hatred of a most violent kind. Need I tell you that Rome is a time bomb, and the partisan movement is only waiting for a moment to unite the resistance.
You said you came here to give.
Yes, Father. To give you the name of the only person in the world who perhaps can avoid this reprisal.
The Holy Father.
The Holy Father.
Complicity of at least some of the people who live in the Vera cellar goes without saying. The attackers could not have planned and perpetrated this outrage without their support. And this is all your men managed to find, Caruso?
We searched all the houses on the street. We found illegal newspapers and pamphlets distributed by Churchill and Roosevelt in English. Yes, what else?
How many of you arrested?
Oh, About 10.
Get their names. I want those for my list.
But I wanted them for mine.
They are for mine. You will give us 50 names as promised by 10 o'clock in the morning.
I will need authorization from Buffarini qui.
Then get it!
But, Signor Colonnello, we don't have 50. We are poor in...
Then give us Jews.
Benati. Filo. Lombardi. Ezio.
I spoke with the Duce last night.
I defer to you, Your Excellency. I think it would be best if you act on behalf of the government.
The Duce says he wants more details. So when you have finished with Kappler, make me out a report.
Kappler wants 50 names, 50. I don't have the authority. Your Excellency, what can I do?
What can I do? You must give them to him, otherwise who knows what will happen. Yes, yes. Give them to him. Give them to him.
In that case, could you give me a written order, Your Excellency?
Why do you think the Major Chief of Police, Caruso? In Tuscany we have a saying. If you ask for a bicycle, then you must pedal it. Just don't get me involved. I'm in it up to my neck already.
All right, we'll give him a list. Anyway, we are on a list ourselves. Are we not, Your Excellency?
I've double-checked with Caruso's office, and they say the list is still incomplete. Never mind Caruso for the moment. We have another problem. The burial site. Dobrick is in charge of the executions, but where? That's a security problem. We must find a suitable place. Take days to dig a burial site, a common old grave. Think in terms of a grotto, a large, natural death chamber.
Colonel, priest is here.
Priest? What priest?
Father Antonilli.
What do you want?
He says he must speak to you.
Where is he? I
can only give you a few minutes, Father.
Colonel, I came here because you have been kind to me. And I would like to know what will happen now. Innocent
It will
people.
be a fair reprisal, Father, carried out according to the laws of the Hague Convention.
So war has laws too?
Yes, and we will respect them. The law provides for retaliation against illegal attacks on our armed forces.
They said it was an act of open warfare.
They? Do you know them? How many are there? 2, 3, 5? Who are they, Father?
Everybody. It's the only thing people are talking about all over Rome. But you haven't said anything. You've given a warning. If the persons responsible do not come forward, we shall shoot. They are still waiting to hear. They might give themselves up.
And what would we do with a handful of assassins? That's not enough, Father.
And you call this a reprisal? Did you make any effort to find the attackers? Did you make a public announcement warning the people of Rome what measures would be taken against them? You did not.
Italy is our ally.
Italy? But what's Italy? There are two sides now. And you are on the wrong side. Now, Colonel, this is not a reprisal. Do not pretend to yourself. You are not big enough to cover crime with fancy words. This is human slaughter by any name. But you haven't even followed the most elementary rules of war.
It's too late, Father. Machinery is running by itself.
Then stop the machinery.
The machinery is what you call God. I cannot stop it any more than a bullet can stop being fired by a gun. I'm a man, alone, weighing nothing in the scale of things. And you cannot stop it, Father. That is all.
Now let the spin of the wheel decide.
God doesn't spin wheels to decide the fate of man.
Your God died 2,000 years ago.
This is the list. You have made up the list of the men who will die.
I can only say that for every name that I wrote, I thought 3 times.
3 times? Do something, Colonel. Delay. Destroy it. Burn it.
Are you mad?
Well, you see that, Colonel? The eternal symbol of renewal, of hope and change. Many people sleep late. They miss the dawn. But it dawns for every man.
Many people, Father, dream when they're awake.
I pity you, Colonel.
Don't pity me. Pity the man who has to carry out this deed.
I'll stop you. Father Pancrazio will speak to the Pope. We will stop you.
The Pope is very heavily burdened. Surely you don't want to add to his burden. His Holiness would prefer to hear about it after. Father Antonelli, I admire you. I admire your mind. I admire your courage. But I detest men with illusions. Don't press your luck.
Gaetano, Mancini,
The telephone from Colonel Kappler's office, sir.
How many names has he got?
He's finished. And he says we are late.
Late? It's easy to say late. He's going to say, I had only 50 names, but these are Italians. I take more care. I go over every name 3 times. 3! 3 times!
Where are they?
They went away just after you left.
They didn't leave a message?
No.
Do you know where Elena lives, Paolo, the others?
Few people live at home these days. Father.
God help them. God help us all. Where is the Father General?
He's out.
I can see that. I want to know where.
You want?
I meant I must know where he is. It's a question of life and death. You understand?
Everything is a question of life and death these days, Father Antonelli.
Father Gruba, please, listen to me. I must see the Father General at once.
You should know by now, he sees the Holy Father every day. He's at the Vatican, where we cannot possibly disturb him.
Yesterday, according to the Public Records Bureau, 80 persons were born, 77 died. The Rome Stock Exchange recorded minor gains yesterday with Fiat up 2 points.
Who is it?
And Pirelli down a fraction. Vitalgas up 1.5 points.
Ciao.
And that concludes the news. For the benefit of our listeners, we will now read the schedule of radio programs for today. News broadcasts at 5, 8, and 11
Nothing.
p.m. At noon,
Rome beat Lazio in soccer.
12:45
There's a new Swedish film, The Barberini.
1:15
Nothing about Via Rasella. The radio, the newspapers, nothing.
4 o'clock,
Like it didn't happen.
It did happen.
symphonic concerto by
I shall never
Maestro
forget it.
Aldeo Toni. 4:45, melodies and romance. 5:30, invitation to the opera. 8:20, Jenny's waltzes.
I know that is why I am here. To try to prevent a senseless act on the part of the Germans.
Yes, but...
Now listen to me.
Together with someone of great importance, I have prepared a plan for the Holy Father to consider. Now be assured, he will give this matter his utmost attention. First, that he try to postpone the reprisals, at least for the time being. Secondly, a requiem mass in one of the basilicas of Rome for the dead German soldiers. The Holy Father might, I say might, be present. I have no doubt this will arouse sympathy everywhere and possibly soften the hearts of those Germans who have made this reckless decision.
Father Gerard.
Meet me at the Salvatorian mission. Wait there and pray. Pray. You refuse?
My men are not trained for an operation of this kind. Most of them are just recruits.
Your men have been murdered. And you behave as though it didn't concern you. You refuse to obey an order of the Führer himself. That is high treason. And you will answer for it before a court-martial. Consider yourself under arrest! Get me General Mackinson's headquarters. Major Dobrick refuses to carry out his orders.
My list is ready, sir. With Crusoe's 50, that should complete the list. We also have a...
Yes. Yes, put him through. Colonel Hauser, Colonel, you will proceed with the utmost urgency to place a detachment of your men at my disposal. They will proceed with the execution of 320 hostages. What? You will what?
Here are the names, sir. Quite an ordeal. This is a report on the execution site, and here is a copy of the plan of the place of execution, which we considered most suitable.
Colonel Hauser has refused to place his men at my disposal. He says it is a job for the SS and not the army.
Well, I would say he's correct, sir.
Kappler, you don't understand. Dobrik has refused. Hauser has refused. In other words, he washes his hands of the whole affair. We have only 8 hours left. What good is your list? Who is going to shoot them?
I shouldn't worry, sir. I'm sure you'll find somebody to do it.
Yes, you. You will do it.
If that is an official order, sir, I will, of course, put my men at your disposal for this operation.
No, Kappler. As commander of the security forces in Rome, it is your duty to set your men an example. You and all your officers must participate at least once in this operation. That is my official order. And of course, you will have it in writing.
You're quite right, sir. I shouldn't ask my men to do something I'm not prepared to do myself. I consider it a symbolic necessity.
You're a fine officer, Kappler. I will mention you in my report to the Fuhrer. This could be very important for you.
5 times I volunteered for the Eastern Front, 5 times. 5 times I was refused. They told me I'd have an important part to play. Important part to play in Rome. You all know why we're here, so I won't waste what little time we have left. Captain Priebke, to whom I've already spoken, is briefing the men. I would like to say 2 preliminary things, however. First, there is no question of moral guilt on our part. We are soldiers obeying precise orders. Secondly, all 74 of us, officers and men, all of German nationality, will take part in this operation. Anyone refusing to do so will face a military tribunal. I don't need to tell you what that means. Like many of you here, I've never killed a man. I will fire the first bullet.
I'm certain I speak for all of us here, Colonel, when I say we will all do our duty.
Thank you, gentlemen. This is the operation site. A series of abandoned man-made caves about 3.5 kilometers southwest of the Via Tasso, where we are now, and at the Via Ardiettina, which is there. The tunnels are made of limestone. When sealed, they will make a natural death chamber, and the limestone will accelerate the decomposition of the remains. The tunnels are already being mined and will be blown shut on completion of the operation. The prisoners will be led in here. The executions will take place by pistol fire, the Mauser. The prisoners will be shot in batches of 5 by platoons of 5. It therefore follows that each of us here will kill 4 or 5 men. I will now demonstrate the procedure to be followed. Batian, kneel here. The prisoner will kneel, head pushed slightly forward. The muzzle of the gun will be placed in the nape of the neck, close, but contact is unnecessary. The bullet will pass from low to high through the center of the brain, causing instant and painless death. Thank you. I calculate 3 hours to round up the prisoners, 1 hour for transportation to the caves, 1 minute for each execution. We should be finished by sundown, a couple of hours ahead of time if all goes as planned.
I have already ordered 40 trucks in the motor pool, but, Colonel, they're making difficulties.
Difficulties? What difficulties?
18 of the trucks are normally used to transport meat supplies, and the officer in charge of provisions objects that if men are carried in them, they'll need to be sterilized afterwards.
Get the trucks. I will answer to the objections. Gentlemen, we must not attract attention at all costs. Our best safety is speed.
The hospital just telephoned Colonel. Another man has died.
Very well. I shall add 10 more names to the list, making it 330 in all. Modify your plans accordingly. That'll be all. Preacher. The other evening you told me about 10 Jews living in Aryan households. I ordered you to arrest them. Are they in custody?
At Regina Coeli prison, sir.
Add them to the list. Preacher. Send over a few cases of cognac to the caves. Our men will not find it easy.
Yes, sir.
Please sit down. I'm sorry you've had to wait so long.
Father, please tell me what has been done.
All that was humanly possible, my son.
Then it wasn't stopped.
The Holy Father has given serious consideration to the possibility of his intervention. But the Germans have threatened to re-examine their attitude towards the present negotiations for the salvation of Rome.
Salvation of Rome? What salvation, Father? Whose salvation?
Father Antonelli, even at a moment like this, we must never forget that the Germans are our last bulwark against atheist communism.
Do you mean to tell me the Pope refused to intervene? That he has forgotten he is the parish priest of Rome?
How dare you pass judgments? The Holy Father is a prisoner of history. He must think and act in terms that are universal.
So the Church renounces her mission. The Holy Father has chosen to do nothing. We have all chosen to do nothing.
Please keep calm, Father Antonelli. These hours have not passed in vain. We have drawn up a statement that will appear on the front page of the Osservatorio Romano tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Let me read it to you, my son, and then you can judge for yourself. In these anxious hours, we turn our thoughts particularly to the city of Rome, so often tortured by anguish and tribulation. Our appeal is made directly to the conscience of the population, who have so admirably demonstrated their spirit of sacrifice and profound sense of dignity. Do not with violent urges shatter this attitude, which is so worthy of the virtues of our people. Every ill-considered act would have no other result than to end by injuring many innocent people, already too tried by anguish and privation. Maintain public order.
Colonel Kappler.
Oh, thank you.
I must see him. Sorry. They didn't want to let me in.
You're in. What do you want?
I've just come from the Vatican. The Holy Father is taking the necessary steps. You must postpone.
We've already been informed of the necessary steps the Holy Father is prepared to take. This will appear in the Vatican newspaper tomorrow. Maintain public order, see that it is not disturbed by any attitude whatsoever that gives rise to painful conflicts. And those who know how to influence the minds of the citizenry, above all the priests, have the high mission of persuasion, pacification, and giving comfort. So you see, Father, there was no point in your coming here.
Colonel, you have a soul. Give it whatever name you like. But one day, regardless of what happens now, you will be called to account before the tribunal of God. Do something. There is still time.
There is no time, Father. It was always too late. I realize that now. Man acts the way he does. So does a pope.
Any man who believes that he can control his own destiny is dreaming an ancient dream. Ancient dream of fools.
Fools? You call us fools? Dreamers? You call a massacre a reprisal? You call a living, feeling boy a partisan? A sick old man hostage? You call a woman full of love a communist? Hangman, wear masks, Colonel. And you mask yourself with empty words. You blind yourself in order to destroy. But we are all men, humanity, God's creation on earth, not the cogs of a machine. Man can choose. Choose, Colonel.
It's time to go, sir.
I'm going to do my duty. I've told you what is expected of you. Go and do yours. There is no time, Father. There's nothing more you can do.
There is more I can do.
No, Father. Heil Hitler.
This is the complete list. Take it to Regina Coeli prison at once. Hand it personally.
Sir, they just telephoned from Regina Coeli. They've already taken them away.
That's impossible. I have the list here. And this is the only copy.
Kappler's men arrived and said if they didn't get the men, they'd take the guards away instead. They took 55 prisoners.
But it's too many. It's too many. Too many, too many, too many. They took 5 too many.
Giuseppe, Gaetano, Diego, Ennio, Aliani, Attilio, Monte, Giuseppe. nubili, Edoardo. Conti, Giorgio. D'Amico, Giuseppe, Andrea, Mario. Ti consiglio Cesare, ti consiglio Franco, ti consiglio Marco, ti consiglio Mosè, ti consiglio Salomone. Sonino, Gabriele. Ticca, Antonino, Stame, Nicola, Salamo, Manfredi, Danzini, Giovanni, Carlo, Tedesco, Cesare.
10 weeks later, the Allies liberated Rome. Police Chief Pietro Caruso was tried by an Italian court, sentenced to death, and executed. General Kurt Melzer was tried and sentenced to death in 1946. The sentence was not carried out. He died in prison. Field Marshal Albert Kesselring was tried by a British military tribunal in 1947. He was sentenced to death. The sentence was not carried out. He was released in 1952. Colonel Herbert Kappler was tried in Rome in 1948 and found guilty. He was sentenced to life imprisonment. He is serving his sentence in the Italian penitentiary at Gaeta.